Slamdown is sponsored by BODYSLAM and Jam, and WWE Smack Talks and Impact Fan Nation. Welcome to another episode of Slamdown Livestream. We're going to be covering everything SmackDown. Now, another thing about SmackDown is the crowd was loud as Raw. We noticed the big difference with being in the UK, you know, with the crowd being louder, more interactive. You know, I've said this on the Raw review that in America, the crowd seems to be very quiet, less engaging as the UK crowd. I think a lot of that's down to because it's not, we don't get it all the time. It's not here through the whole year. We only get it in a certain time of the year. So I think it's more excitement when a show comes, and the fans are, you know, been waiting for it all year. But it's nicer to hear the crowd loud, hear the chants. You know, I haven't heard a crowd doing Fandango's theme for a while. So it made a better show in that aspect, you know, with the fans getting involved, the chants, the cheering. That side, it made it a better show, especially as a viewer to watch. The disappointment is, again, the booking. I'm not into SmackDown as I used to be. I find it, I can't believe I want to say it, but boring. Certain parts were good, but others were just like, meh. It's like Raw and SmackDown have swapped. I think the shake-up has really affected SmackDown. The one thing that's really, really annoying me is how long we're waiting for Shinsuke Nakamura to have a match. You know, we didn't wait this long with Ty Dillinger. You know, just put him in a match. Even if it's just a squash match. You know, especially, you know, being in the UK, they should have just, you know, put him in a bloody match. But no, they're going to make us wait longer. And probably longer again. And again and again. You know, I can't believe we're waiting to Backlash just to see him in one match. You know, they could have built it up a bit more. But that's just my personal opinion, you know. Couldn't work out why Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan weren't there. You know, Raw didn't have Kurt Angle, and SmackDown didn't have anybody. Which I think also it would have been nice to see Daniel Bryan there. Or even Shane. I think it was the same problem with Raw. You know, you're not having your authority figure there that should be. I'm trying to be really positive about SmackDown. And it annoys the crap out of me because SmackDown used to be my favourite show. I know a lot of people are liking Jinder Mahal getting this push. I'm kind of not, because it's not done because of his performance or how good he is. It's doing because of where they're going, because they want to hit India. So it's Vince McMahon syndrome, you know. It's like, I got money. Let's go India. We're going to have an Indian champion. We're going to India. We're having an Indian champion. Why? I don't get that. Of course, you have your Indian wrestlers win while you're in India to get the crowd behind it, but you don't give him a push like this. Jinder Mahal should be going for something like the US title. You know, for his first title victory, that's what he should go for. And then down the line, pushing for the WWE title. Not just like this straight away. Don't get it. Don't like it. The only feud I am looking forward to with Backlash is the Kevin Owens and AJ Styles match. You know, both used to be in Ring of Honor. It's one of the matches that has got me very excited and I'm actually looking forward to. I think it is going to be epic, in my honest opinion. But, you know, don't forget to comment. Let me know what you guys think of Smackdown. I don't really want to rate it, but we'll leave that to the end. Start off with, we saw Lions got draw in the sand as we saw the rivals come down. You know, we saw Randy Orton came down first, was interrupted by Jinder Mahal. Then Kevin Owens came down, AJ Styles came down. Brian Corbin made his feelings felt. Sami Zayn bombarded to get his revenge. Ended up in a brawl. And it also led to the main event where we're going to have Randy Orton, Styles, Zayn taking on Jinder Mahal, Kevin Owens, and Baron Corbin. Don't really want to talk about too much about the main event yet, but still a 50-50 thing in my book. We saw Natalya taking on Becky Lynch. Kind of felt like a squash match. You know, we saw Naomi trying to pull... Who was she pulling away? Can't remember if it was Tammy or Carmella. She was going... No, it was... Tammy? Is it Tam? Yeah, Tam was trying to interfere. Naomi squared up, pushed her away, and Charlotte grabbed Naomi, pulled her away, which distracted Becky Lynch, leaving Natalya to get the victory. I can understand why they're doing it. I can understand they're building a little bit of a rivalry up with these girls. I do think at Backlash, we're going to see it explode. We're going to see probably the face team attack each other. I think that's the way they're going to go with this. I think they're going to turn against each other at Backlash. Because they need to build someone up to go for the title. And this is another thing I can't understand. It's Backlash is your main pay-per-view, but the women's title is not going to be online. You're doing a team versus team. Okay. It's just the silly things like that. You know, a pay-per-view, you have your titles on your line. It's your pay-per-view. You want everybody to join in. You know, I can understand that they wouldn't want to push Charlotte Flair to go for the title straight away. But I still think they should have had a title match for the women's on Backlash. It just, to me, it just feels the whole of SmackDown's weird booking. And it makes me wonder, have the writing team from SmackDown been moved to Raw because of the success? It feels like SmackDown will never be pushed as the main brand. It feels like Raw is always going to be the main brand. Whoever's really getting over on SmackDown will be pushed to Raw. I was expecting AJ Styles to be moved in the shake-up. He wasn't, which we can celebrate that at least. You know, that's the positive. But it was all right match. We saw Lorna being teased coming to SmackDown. You know, a lot of the wrestlers from the Superstar Shake-Up actually haven't had a match on SmackDown yet. You know, Rusev is out injured. Lorna's being teased in this trailer. The New Day, it says, are coming soon because one of the New Day people's injured. Right, so... And you can sort of tell that. You can sort of... excuse me. You can tell that SmackDown's lacking. I still can't understand why Breezango's #1 contender. I don't get that. Because, you know, they're not going to pull off a great match against the Usos. And you're playing a heel against a heel. Really don't get it. Unless Breezango's meant to be a face, but I don't see him as a face. I can't see him as popular. I know they're trying to make him a bit of a comedy act with the stick, but don't get it. Correct me if I'm wrong, if people see it differently to me, but I don't enjoy it. Like I said, this seems to be one of the problems with SmackDown at the moment. And it looks like my computer's decided to crash. Oh no, it's fixed itself. Yeah, I just don't get it. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But after that, we saw Eric Rowan taking on Luke Harper. Now, I'm hoping that Eric Rowan and Luke Harper will have a match at Backlash with a certain stipulation to sort of end this. I can see Luke Harper having a run on his own and being successful. Can't see the same for Eric Rowan. Really can't. I think Eric Rowan should have gone to Raw with Bray Wyatt. You know, I'd love to see Bray Wyatt taking on Braun Strowman. Only because leaving the Wyatt family, everything else, it could sort of work. But then I've said this on the Raw. I don't think Bray Wyatt is being used correctly on the Raw brand. I think he would have probably been better leaving him on the SmackDown brand. I've said that before. I just don't think he's being used in the right manner. But like I said, that's my personal opinion on it. After that, we saw another Dolph Ziggler confronting Shinsuke Nakamura. I just want to see him in a match. Stop bloody keep doing confronting this, confronting that. Put him in a match. I don't want to wait till Backlash. It's annoying me that we're waiting so long. You know, he's a solid performer in NXT. He was one of their top people there. He should be having matches now. He should be built up and he should be getting the right pushes. This is why I said I do not understand booking. I know they want to make fans wait and tease the fans, but I can tell you now, we're getting annoyed. We just want to see him perform. It really is aggravating me now. It's getting to the point where, like, just bloody hurry up. But it was alright confrontation. We saw Shinsuke attack Dolph Ziggler, a bit of to and fro in, then Dolph Ziggler go out of the ring. Basically it. We did see a stick with the Fashion Police episode where you see they were following this lead paint, thinking it was the Ugos. Open the door and they see it's the Ascension and quickly close the door and walk away. That was about it. Then it led to the match with Breezango taking on the Ascension, and the Ascension are not used correctly. To me, it feels like they're being buried, and it annoys me because they have got the potential, especially with the type of gimmick they're playing. They could be pushed more. They could have a really successful run, push as that evil heels. Don't understand why they're not being pushed in that way. Whoever's doing the booking, slap him in the back of the head and get the Ascension pushed. They've been jobbing too long. You know, we've seen other teams that were jobbing and they're getting pushes. I think it needs to be done, in my personal opinion. But it was an okay match. I can't really say any qualms about it. I can't say it was that great. I can't even say it was that bad, to be honest. I'm trying to find something bad to say about it, but it was just a match. It weren't nothing that got me hooked. Yeah, I can't think. Then we had the main event with Jinder Mahal, Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin taking on Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn. Now, starting this match, it was brilliant. I was invested in the match. The to and fro, but each side was good. Didn't make anybody look weak, and it didn't make anybody look bad, which was the good thing about this match. It didn't make anybody either or. Everybody was solid. Like I said, it was a good performance all round, which it needed to be. But my problem with the match was how it ended. You know, you saw Jinder Mahal hit Randy Orton with the big boot and then hit the finisher and then pinned it Randy Orton. To me, it made Randy Orton look weak. The finishing move didn't look deadly enough. You know, he's the Viper. He's the legend killer. I didn't believe that knocked out Randy Orton. Because as soon as that happened, I've just said, he's gonna kick out. But no. I don't like complaining, but it looked poor. It really did look poor, in my opinion, to end the match. And that's it. Like I said, SmackDown's not as good as it used to be at the minute. It's very, it's stupid decision, and it's like Raw and SmackDown have swapped. I know SmackDown got its Raw got its lowest figures, but at least SmackDown, even though Raw's had its lowest figures, I was still invested in it. SmackDown was just bad, and I think the figures are going to prove that are going to be low for it. It annoys me. It just annoys me, you know, how it's just changed around all of a sudden. But on that note, that's the end of the show. We will be back on air Sunday at 9 PM GMT. Will be me and Charles doing Impact Wrestling review, and also talking about all Impact news, and also talking about Turning Point, which is after Impact, the one night only event. So we'll give you everything on that. So I just want to say big thanks to everybody watching. If you've missed the show, we will be on iTunes in a few hours, or you can catch us up on YouTube, or listen to the audio on slamdown.co.uk. So thanks for everybody watching, and I'll see you again Sunday.